You're listening to That's My Story. On this podcast, we talk about individuals' life experiences. All these experiences develop into your life story. Not everyone's story plays out the same, and I've always been fascinated to hear life stories. These are the stories that shape us as human beings and what make us individuals. And I would like to hear the moments in life that made you, you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm your host, George Lugo. Today we have a very special guest. I've known this guy literally since I was, elementary school, first, second grade, I think, right?
Oh, decades. Yes,
Yeah.
decades.
I know I've had a lot of friends on here recently, but that's actually part of my steps. I'm gonna try and get used to like actually having a one-on-one like podcast, and then we're gonna spread out, and then just gonna invite a bunch of people just to try and be on the show. So
Yeah,
so right now,
I like to start out with having my friends as guests too.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah.
bit easier to get in a conversation and trying to figure out how like a one-on-one show works. Is every podcast I've ever been on, it's like multiple people, like at least four. So I mean,
Yeah. So you try to see if you're trying to lead the you can lead a conversation on your own.
it's actually harder than you would think, right?
Absolutely.
People are like, "Oh, I know how to talk. This shouldn't be hard at all." And you're like, "It's pretty fucking difficult, actually."
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
like on Twitch, they say that even when you're gaming, right? You're supposed to be like
you're supposed to be
interacting with the
talking the
chat.
whole
Yeah,
the
supposed to be
whole
talking,
time.
interacting. But then when I'm on like a boss fight and I'm concentrating, I'm all like, not saying anything. I'm like, you know, like yeah,
Maybe you should just start singing at that point. And you're like, "Where
yeah,
did
yeah,
you come
yeah.
from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?"
Or just say everything I'm doing. Oh, I'm crouching. I'm crouching. Okay, I'm gonna move now. You know. Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into some just some basic info, so
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone can get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
Uh,
Sure.
you're staying in Orange County, right? Where in Orange County you
Yep.
staying?
Yep. I'm born and raised in Orange County, but I'm currently in specifically Anaheim.
Sweet, I love
Mm-hmm.
Anaheim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I don't know. We were talking about you're going to go to a bunch of music festivals, and your favorite genre of music.
Gosh, that's real hard. I mean, I guess generically you could say
Mhm.
dance. I'm a big fan of dance music,
Yeah.
music that you can dance to and everything like that. But recently I've been listening to um more variety. I haven't listened to hip hop in a long time, but recently I have been like for the last 2 years because it's just
Mhm.
it's just been better. The hip hop scene's been a lot
Dude,
better.
some of it is really good, and I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie, some of it's garbage. So I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
gotta,
Well,
yeah,
if you go back like maybe 10 years, right? Maybe
yeah.
five, maybe even 5 or 10 years. It's really been really horrible, and I haven't felt it right in a long time. But recently, I'm feeling it more. You
Yeah, it's
know.
definitely they're getting better with it because like I think they're starting to stray away from like just only mumble rap, and it's
Hmm.
yeah. So because
I think
for
I
a
think that's
long
ex-
time,
I think
that's what
that's
kind of what
exactly
killed it.
I think that's exactly what it was. Was that mumble rap just did not hit it for me? You know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was so boring. I
Uh huh.
mean, some of it was cool. There were some songs that I liked, and but like a majority of it was just boring.
Hmm. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they had that. There was a guy that did squeaky rap. I'm not sure if you heard that
Squeaky
shit.
rack.
It
Maybe.
horrible.
Yeah, yeah. I also didn't like rich rappers, Like all they rap about is music and what they have and how
Oh
how great it is and everything. It's like I don't relate. I don't
yeah.
know what it's
I
like
mean,
to
but
wake up
you
in a
gotta
new
think that like
Bugatti.
yeah, they
Yeah.
started doing that shit way back in the day. Like even Jay
Hmm.
Z was talking about big pimping and shit. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
but
Yeah.
that wasn't like every song. That was like one of the few songs that he did where he was just like, I'm flaunting everything the whole
Hmm.
time. So I
Hmm.
mean, that was kind of
No, but then that became like a whole culture for a
oh
while
yeah,
too,
yeah.
right? Or yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't all about that, and I wouldn't relate. But now I'm feeling it more. Now you have like Little Nas X. I think that's a very breaking the norm. So it feels a little better than just what stereotypical hip hop used to be like 10 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Lil Nas is pretty good. Lil Nas X.
I love Lil Nas. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Fucking A. And I know you have a pet. Yeah, how's Harley doing?
Holly's doing great. She's with me right now. She's sleeping, or relaxing, I should say. She's real good. I have two dogs actually. I have a pug named Peachan.
Oh
I have a
yeah,
black
I forgot about Peach-Chan.
I have a black pug named Peachan, which is great. And I have a white and black dog that has like one black ear, one spotted ear. So
Yeah,
it's like so I called her Harley.
yeah, she's adorable.
Yeah.
And
She's
then
great.
and also the black pug named Peach-Chan. That's as
Yeah,
close. That's as close to a pig as you will
yeah,
get
yeah.
with a dog.
That's as close as you're gonna get to a miniature pig.
Yeah,
That will stay miniature for the rest of its life.
yeah,
As you're gonna get. Yeah. So which is great, Which I always like. I didn't know how perfect it was for me to have a pet named Peachan until I got one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you drink anymore? You still drinking, right?
No, I
No,
don't.
not at
Yeah.
all.
I mean, I've cut back a lot of drinking.
Okay.
Generally, but then once the quarantine happened, like a year and a half ago, I just didn't drink.
Okay.
Like it was like no, it was no, it was like no use, no fun, because I mostly did it to like socially and go out,
Socialize.
yeah, and go out and
Yeah.
parties, and ain't no parties, ain't no gatherings happening, so I just didn't drink. Yeah. What happened was during the quarantine, I jumped right into gaming and streaming because what do you I think like um right before the quarantine. No, I wouldn't say Minecraft because Minecraft was a little bit before that. But I would
Yeah.
say like Among Us blew up, right? So it involved like a bunch of people getting together and doing all that. So I met like a bunch of gamers and I just jumped right back into gaming. Like I dust off my Steam. I picked up like all these games that I've never tried before, and then it's great.
Nice.
Mhm.
What are you playing currently on stream? Like for
So
Twitch?
my um my when I first started gaming game, right? I was watching a lot of people on Minecraft, and it's like a bunch of streamers and YouTubers. They're all one server, and they all play together. And then while they're playing, they bump into each other and they interact and they collab and everything like that. And that's like my goal. That's like my dream to have like a bunch of streamers on a server of some fucking game, and we just all collab and play with it and shit like that, right?
Uh-huh.
But that was my dream. But before I knew it, I just fell into the horror streaming community. I just straight up do horror games now. I fucking play Dead by Daylight all the time.
Ooh,
I play so much Dead by Daylight. I play Left 4 Dead
damn.
2. I play Phasmophobia. I play Last Year. I play like so many of these horror games,
There's a
and
lot of fucking good ones, man.
yeah, exactly,
Especially those
and
those indie horror games. Those are like the
hmm
fucking best.
hmm
Yeah.
and they yeah and it was there was that Taiwan Home Sweet Home or Sweet Home,
Oh,
right? Yeah,
the
it's like a Thai
show.
Dead by Daylight. No, it's the TV. It's a game called that.
They have a
And
game?
yeah, it's a game
What?
called that. It's like Dead by Daylight where you're a survivor, you're running around trying to like do rituals to get escape, and these monsters are like come and try to kill you. It's pretty badass, and yeah.
That is pretty
But
awesome, actually.
the horror community is really really cool on Steam. I mean not Steam, on Twitch, so I'm getting a lot of love for it, and yeah, I'm sticking with it.
That's pretty awesome. I've been wanting to make like a Twitch account just actually stream. Like I have a Twitch account, but I don't have one for streaming.
hmm
Um, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know what to stream though. That's the thing is like, would it make sense? I'm not sure. Like I
Well,
don't want to jump into a like a type of genre that's like oversaturated. And like right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
I want to stream Monster Hunter, but that is like so oversaturated right now.
No, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Well, everybody has something different to offer. So whenever people watch your stream, they're really looking for something that you can give and that someone else can't give.
for
As
sure.
for I mean, the thing about is the Twitches, you don't have to stick with one game. I know, Antonia, Antonia, she sticks with Dead by Daylight. That's all she does, right? And she does great by it. She has like a lot of good supporters, followers. People stumble upon her. They yeah, they give her a lot of love, and that's just one game. But you don't even have to do games. You could do there's a IRL section in Twitch in real life, and where it's just like it's what I'm doing now. It's that instead of playing a game, I'm doing just chatting, and we're just doing like a podcast together.
Yeah, I've seen that people podcast on there. They even play like I've seen people play Yu-Gi-Oh and like Magic the Gathering,
Yeah, I've done
Pokemon
that.
and stuff
I've
like
done
that.
that.
Yeah.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh on here, and I played chess on here, on Twitch.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
actually pretty cool.
I was just bored, and maybe my friend were like, "Oh, you just want to hang out?" And then we just streamed Twitch. We streamed ourselves playing chess. Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, at least for chess, like the board and each like thing has a space number.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's actually really easy to keep track of as to where like if you're playing like Magic or like Yu-Gi-Oh, like you have to know what these cards do, and there's a lot of text on some of these fucking cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I use specifically YGO Pro, which is called Project Ignis, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's basically a Yu-Gi-Oh simulator where
Shut up.
you could do all the moves, all the cards are pre-programmed. Whenever something happens, I'll ask you, would you like to activate a trap card, or would you like to counter this? And then and if you like hover over a card, it'll highlight it and it'll tell you the card's description and their effects and everything, and like yeah, it's fucking badass. I love it.
That is so fucking cool. I almost want to play Yu-Gi-Oh again just for
free.
that.
It's free, and it has the whole database, so you could use literally every fucking card, even the ones that were just like one-time promos.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's cool shit. Fuck, man, I like that.
Mm-hmm,
I like
mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I just been finding whatever, and not only that, but I think on Valentine's Day I did a mukbang. I went just chatting,
Uh-huh.
and I set up two cameras, one camera on me and one camera on my food, and I just ate like a fucking Valentine's Day dinner
Nice.
on stream. Yeah, like it's fucking hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah. I bought like 85-degree bakery. I bought like fucking
nice.
yeah. I bought like some weird shit. I bought like I think I bought some squid, just for the
Yeah, for the
just
effect.
the mukbang tradition,
Yeah,
of
the
them eating
tradition.
squid. The tradition of eating squid is some weird fucked up animal.
Did you eat
Yeah.
it with that? Did you eat it with that chili sauce?
Yeah, it's that Korean sauce
Yeah.
that they comes
Yeah.
with. Yeah. I didn't eat like the one that's like raw and it moves and everything. Like you
The
can't find that.
live?
You can't eat that in America. You can't find that in America.
You
And
can't.
I almost found it in Japan, but I fucking lagged. But I did try fugu in Japan. That was really good. Well,
Really?
no, I take that back. It was very exciting to have because I've heard about it since The Simpsons. Like back in the day when Homer tried it, and I'm like, oh, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just something that's been forbidden all my life, and I just wanted to try some blowfish. So when I got there, I tried it, and it was just okay. It was kind of chewy, kind of rubbery. It wasn't as melt in your mouth like I thought it was going to be. So it wasn't too yeah. But at least I could say I had blowfish.
You had it, yeah.
Yeah,
You have that.
like
You have that experience.
yeah. That's good. That's good.
Hey,
Like
man,
like
that's worth the story.
you ever remember the movie Euro Trip?
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah. When they went to France and they tried the absinthe, and they're like,
Oh yeah.
oh, I don't. They're like, this doesn't make me feel shit.
I
Do
don't
you
feel
feel
shit.
anything?
You feel
And
anything?
it was the fairy. He's like, oh
The
no, I don't feel
fairy?
anything. Oh yeah, I don't feel anything.
He's all this
Yeah.
absinthe is bullshit.
Yeah, it's absinthe bullshit. And when I saw that in high school, right, I'm like, oh, is that real? I want that drink. Like when I turn 21, that's gonna be my drink. And then like in the army, I turned 21, and then I think it wasn't allowed, but to buy in Washington, but you could buy it in Canada. Right, so it was just an easy trip to Canada and go and get some. And I remember being disappointed, like this wasn't good at all. Like there's so much hype and so much story built up around this absinthe, this green ass drink that'll fucking make you see fairies and shit. Like, oh man. And then when I finally had it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I hear there's only one version of that will make you
So
hallucinate.
so historically, right? I think it's similar to champagne. Is that where if absinthe is not brewed in France or in a particular city, like I think it was maybe I don't know if it's Paris or not, but in a particular city in France or whatever, it's not considered a real absinthe. It's just considered, someone imitating it,
Yeah, it's an
right?
imitation.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and supposedly the key ingredient in it was wormwood, which
I
makes you
could
hallucinate,
Yeah, I could
right?
see that then,
Which
yeah.
which they don't allow you to make anymore. So all the absinthe you see nowadays is just like it's like
It's like a
the
bullshit version.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like Four Loco now. It's not like it's not like Four Loco
It's
back
not Four
then.
Loco then, it's Four
Yeah,
Loco
yeah,
now.
yeah. It's like yeah, it's exactly what it was. It's not as hard and badass as it was, right? But you could still find it because it's not illegal to sell. It's just illegal to brew,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can still find it. But yeah. So that's how I was like, oh man, it didn't feel too. It didn't like blow my expectations, and it was such a legendary build up.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
Hmm.
Fuck, man.
Hmm.
All right, so I guess let's jump into some more topics here.
Yeah.
So I know, growing up, like you moved around a lot, and I know I kind of had a similar conversation with another guest. I just want to see how it affected you, because the way it affected him was he was like very antisocial, but I know you're a little more social than he was.
Uh, I go through phases, right? Like I think in my 20s I reinvented myself like every 3 years or some shit. But
Hmm.
um um I went through phases. I went through phases where well, it depends on how young I was too. But to be honest, I moved around ever since I was like a little kid. So
Hmm.
I went to a lot of elementary schools, and I went to a lot of high schools. And it's so weird because depending on which school, I did better, right? Like I did really well in like classwork and grades in one school, but then I went to another school where the teachers sucked, or they didn't believe in me, or they didn't give me the time. They just like brushed me off. So I did really horrible. Like my grades dropped. I did one where I went to a school where I was really popular, and like a bunch of kids liked me, and I went to another school where I was like bullied. It's like it's like depending on where you go, depending on the school, depending on the neighborhood, it did better. I lived in Arizona for a while, right? Like I think I dated like one girl when I was there, right? Like it was very slim pickings, and it wasn't like a very um it wasn't a great fucking market for dating, especially for
Yeah,
me. For
yeah.
me, that is true, and that's also Arizona because I'm pretty liberal, in my viewpoint of life. Um, so yeah, it was different. It was different, and I honestly every time I moved, I was a different person. Um, like being a tough guy at one school worked, but then being a tough guy in this school didn't work. So like, yeah.
So was your life like kind of like an actual like the new guy type thing?
mm, um.
Because he like completely invented himself like when he went back or went to a
I
different school.
remember. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Not that hardcore. Not hardcore. I wouldn't say like it was just like little tweaks here and there, and it really depends on my environment. But I didn't really completely reinvent myself until like college years or like after the military. Because when I was in the military, that was like 5 years of like not wearing any clothes, just straight uniform, like not even having long hair. It was just like you used to have that one haircut that you're allowed to have, and it's yeah. So like for 5 years, my identity was just military, right? Just army. So when I got out, Like I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't know how to dress. You know, like I started putting on some clothes I wore back in high school, and I'm all like, "What the fuck is this? Why am I wearing baggy pants? You know, like what the fuck?
Always forget that that's how you dressed like in high school was like
Yeah, yeah,
the big baggy pants and either like the white tee or like
yeah,
the button
yeah."
up
And
the short
yeah,
sleeve button
we
up.
had, yeah, we had spikes. You know, which now looking back, it was a strictly early 2000 thing. Like
Yeah.
no other time in America did people have spikes other than that time. You know,
Yeah.
unless you're like a punk or something like that.
Yeah.
But like normal, just having gelled spikes tipped up. You know, like that was just a straight early 2000s. And you know,
And the
yeah, I had
taller the
that.
better.
Yeah, I
The
had that. You
taller the
had that.
better.
Like we all had that shit, man. Like, and then it's like when I got out of the army, it was like, whoa, like I was like, I felt stupid spiking my hair. I'm like what? So I had to like think of something other things to do, you know.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Okay.
hmm and yeah, like you know, like a lot of people like they knew they were goth since they were like adolescents or teenagers or some shit like that, right? They knew they were fucking preppy or jock when they were fucking teenagers or something like that, right? I never knew what the fuck I was until way later on too, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that also spending those 5 years in the army kind of, even though you weren't even sure of your identity, threw like an extra wrench into it? Because now it's like you don't know you like when you come out, you
Well,
don't know who you are even more.
there's a couple things in the army that like molded me, you know, or is a big part of my identity, and it's still there to this day.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm pretty punctual, and I think that's always a military thing, right? Um, the way I communicate, you know, I definitely think the army left a lasting impression to a lot of my personality. Um, and I probably won't be able to get rid of some of that, you know.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't say I wouldn't say you know, whenever every time I change a personality, I completely lose it, you know, of another personality. It's just like um
You just change it up slightly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just change it up slightly, or I'll be in another thing. Like when I first got out of the army, I jumped really into Doctor Who, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
jumped into Doctor Who a lot. So like a lot of my world philosophies were kind of mimic off of Doctor Who, and
Nice.
he had some good fucking philosophies
He
though,
had
you
great
know. Like yeah,
philosophy.
he had some good shit. So I'm like, wow, you know, like I could live by some of this shit, you know. And I thought hey, you know, it's better the Doctor than say I don't know, looking up to fucking Takashi 69 or some shit, you know. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
you
say
know,
so. Yeah.
yeah. So and I started stealing a lot of like my fashion and stuff from like British television because I
Nice.
don't know, I felt more connected to a lot of their shit, at least at that time in college, than I do any other shit, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when I fell hard into like dubstep and everything, and like drum and bass. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, and I picked up gaming for a while uh during college as well, but then I stopped, and then I picked it back up again during the quarantine. When now, no, yeah, now I haven't looked back.
Okay. Okay. I know we kind of touched a little bit on the army. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure. Let's see. I joined when I was 18. Fuck anything to get away from home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, I joined because I didn't have that many options. You know, I had I came from a poor family. It wasn't very encouraging. Um, it just didn't seem like I had too much of a fighting chance. So when I joined in the army, what I was really good at the time was drafting, right? Like drawing buildings, architecture, all this stuff like that. I was really good at it, right? And I wanted to do something like that maybe after the military. So I was like, oh hey, something along the lines of building buildings. I like that. And they were like, well, the recruiter, without much thinking, because I'm pretty sure he just wanted to fill slots and not so much help me get where the career path I wanted to go.
Yeah.
He was like, well, the only thing I can get you is combat engineer, which I do not, which I know now is blowing up buildings and not building buildings.
So a little bit of the, he's like, you know what, you like building shit? We're gonna go the opposite route. You're gonna
Yeah,
blow
yeah.
shit up
And well, I guess you do have to learn about the structure of the building to be able to
to
blow up
blow
a
it up.
building.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
In
So
his sick,
I get in
twisted
there.
way, he
Yeah.
taught you.
So in there, I go to army, and I get trained, and I get trained in every vehicle in the military, so I can drive like every truck, every fucking Humvee, every fucking every vehicle. I'm trained in every weapon, so I can take apart and put it back together. A 50 cal, a Mark 19, a fucking 240 Bravo, 240, 249, M16, M4, all of it. I can take apart, put it back together. Um, oh yeah, explosives. I can make and defuse explosives. Fuck, dude. You know. Um, and then so I come out with all this knowledge, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, what am I gonna do with all that? So I thought about it and everything like that. And I guess I just went to college, right, with the money and everything. And I found a really great professor. So I kind of leaned toward, and he kind of mentored me, kind of leaned toward psychology. But then not that many people were hiring psychology majors, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So long story short, eventually I just like went to psychiatric nursing, right? Because it's a quick certification, and I just gonna get licensed, and then I can just work from there and everything like that. And it was just so much better than just getting my degree and then not get hired for whatever I just got the degree
Yeah.
for, which is tends to be the pattern I notice of a lot of people my age, is
That
that they
happens.
they
Yeah.
go to they go to college for 4 or 5 years to get this degree, and then this job they got has nothing to do with the degree.
Yep.
So and I didn't want that to happen. So I went to at least something where I at least had some study into. So that's good. Um, but I still get the itch, like I get the itch to like grapple sometimes. I still want to grapple. I still get the itch to go out and go shooting. Like that's why I got into Nerf, is because like you could do squad movements, you know,
Yeah.
and it just like
That shit is way more
it's a
tactical
skill.
now.
Yeah, it's a skill, and you learn it. It's a skill, and you learn it. And I got good at it, so it's like sometimes I get the itch to like do some movements, do some practices, do some drills, and yeah, yeah. Like a lot of times, and I don't think people know this unless you're like a martial artist or you grapple or you wrestle, is that sometimes you do want that competition, and sometimes you do want to test your skill, and you want to see how far you come along, or how long you've been, how long it's been. So I I yeah, I try to grapple sometimes, but it's hard to find partners
Yeah,
and
it
stuff like
is.
that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Hmm.
That's cool. When the pandemic's over, you gonna like take jujitsu? Then you could just roll with people.
I don't know, cause like I don't know.
I mean, even I've been
I
thinking
do
about doing that.
I do have I would like it, but then it's just getting a group of people together is really hard. Like organization is a bitch. Organization is really truly a bitch, and it's hard. And
Yeah.
but like after the pandemic, I have my eye on this couple things.
Mhm.
Like like Japan in spring of 22, the tickets have been really cheap, so I'm thinking about going and doing that. Right. Let's see. I got my eye on Vietnam. I want to go to Vietnam. Being like, a Vietnamese person. I've never been back to Vietnam before. That's kind of, I think that should be a thing, you know.
Yeah.
What else? Um, no, that's like the only thing I have in my immediate future. But then there's like there's just I've been doing a lot of the same things a lot. I just want to switch it up, you know. Like I haven't gone to TwitchCon. I want to go to TwitchCon. Um, gosh, I've been to like half of Europe. I could go to the other half, you know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to do more. I want to do more traveling. I want to do more traveling.
Same here. I have actually never even left the country.
No,
I've only been in the U.S.
not even Mexico.
Not even Mexico. I was
Holy
never. I don't know.
cow!
I wanted to go one time, and then I'm like, we didn't
Shit.
go, and like now I'm like, I don't
Now
ever
we
want to.
can't.
And now
Now
I'm
we
like,
can't.
now we
Yeah.
can't, and I also don't want to go to Mexico anymore. It's
Well,
too.
it depends on
It's
for what.
yeah.
It depends on for what. Like, there's a lot of people who go out to Mexico for medical tourism.
Hmm.
Like, they'll go get their teeth fixed, or they get like surgery that they can't get here because it's too expensive,
It's too expensive here. Yeah.
or it won't be covered. It won't be covered here for some reason. But Mexico, they'll do it. So I thought, fuck, maybe I should go and get like my teeth bleached, and whitened or some shit down there for it's cheap. And while I'm
Yeah.
down there, just fucking party, you know.
Party it out.
Yeah. Last time I went to Mexico, I went to like a resort with my in-laws, and we just like like chilled at the beach and the pool and everything like that. I think they had like all you can drink or buy one get one drinks or some shit.
Ooh,
So I was just like knocking them back. That was really fun.
that's pretty
Um,
awesome.
yeah, but it really depends on what you want to go for. If you want to go for the beach resort thingy, Mexico is pretty cool to go to for beach resort stuff.
Yeah.
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 I mainly go for food. If I travel anywhere, I better know where all the good food is.
That's a big deal, man.
Hmm.
That's such a big deal.
Hmm.
I want to go to I want to go to Thailand, and I also want to go to
I'm down for Thailand.
j-
Thailand.
for on odd reasons. I want to go for the street food. They have
Oh yeah, no, for real. No, for
that's
real.
like a big. It's like a part of the
That's
culture. There is the
no,
street food.
no, for real. No, if I go, yeah, Japan, Vietnam, Thailand, all those
Yeah,
places. If I go to those places, you better believe I'm eating the street food.
I was like, I love street food, so I was literally watching a documentary on it, like on
Hmm.
Netflix, and like Thailand has some of the best street food I've ever seen, and it looks fucking incredible. Like, and for some of the Thai food that I've had here in America, I mean, they're importing a lot more like seasonings and like spices and stuff from Thailand now, because like before they didn't have that. They didn't have like certain spices that they could make these dishes with, and it was just like over time they started sending more over, and it was becoming more readily available. But like I still want to go to the motherland, and eat it there.
Yeah, yeah. Like freaking my goal in travel too is to eat like a popular dish made in its own in its mother origin country. You know,
Yeah.
like I had ramen and sushi in Tokyo. Hell yeah. I had okonomiyaki in Osaka. Hell yeah. I had shuck. What else? Fucking is there? Oh, I
Fucking
had yeah,
okonomiyaki.
yeah. I had schnitzel in Austria.
Ooh,
You know,
nice.
yeah, yeah. Shit like that. I had tacos and churros in Mexico. So I want to have like dim sum in Hong Kong.
Ooh, that would
Right?
be a fucking good one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Dim sum in Hong Kong, for example.
Dude,
Boom.
dim sum in Hong Kong would be
Shit
fucking
like that. Yeah, yeah. Shit
yeah.
like that, man. Like I like the food in its country of origin. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So I want that to happen. That mainly go, or actually, I just want to go to a country where because of the exchange rate, I get to live like a king. You know, like
Literally
and
like
Thailand
like in
and Thailand and
like
Thailand's one of
yeah,
them.
in
Yep,
Thailand you can
yep.
do that.
Thailand's definitely one of them.
Or like in Eurotrip when he hands him a nickel, he's like, a nickel.
Oh, nickel! Oh,
I opened my
fuck!
own hotel.
He's like, "Do you see this? Ah,
He backhands his
I opened
manager.
I opened my own hotel."
Gotta love that exchange rate.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want it to be. I want to go to a fucking country where I'll be like, oh, see this penny? Good. And then the guy's eyes just bright. He's like,
Right?
oh,
My children's children, thank you.
yes. Yeah, no. Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube like that. It was like, oh, here's how it's like partying in the Philippines. It's like everyone speaks English. A bottle of rum costs $3. I bought one for the whole fucking place. La la la. And yeah, the people like love this, they love that. Like I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'd like to go to the Philippines too. That'd be pretty cool.
I saw another one, a video. It was like Thailand. It's like for like a 4-star resort hotel in Thailand, right? It's like $30 a night, and you get your own private pool that's inside your own hotel room
Oh
and
shit!
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, $30 a night? Fuck yeah! Oh hell yeah! Let's go.
That's pretty awesome.
Let's go.
That's pretty awesome. $30 a
Man.
night. That's half as much as a fucking Motel 6 costs.
Exactly. And it's just because of fucking doing it. And then just fucking walk down the street, eat all the fucking street food and shit. Oh my god, like
That's fucking
can't beat
great.
it. Can't beat it.
That's fucking cool as shit, man. Well, I mean, fuck. I know we've been talking about a lot about travel and stuff. So I mean, how about life goals? Do you have any life goals that you want to achieve? Or
Shit.
is this still is this
There's realistic goals and there's dreams, I suppose.
okay?
Gosh, right now, my immediate goal is to work on my Twitch because I'm streaming with a bunch of other streamers that
Okay.
started around the same time I did. So that's hopefully that would grow. I want that to grow, and that's like my immediate you know stuff. And then I said the other stuff about the travel. Like I want to travel,
Mhm.
get back to traveling soon once everything the borders open up and everything. Long term goals. Shit, fuck me. Fuck me. I'm still trying to be young right now, man. I don't want to be old like my parents are.
I
I'm still
feel you,
trying to.
man. Dude, some
Because I
days I
think I
feel
think
so old.
because I think when our parents were our age, they already gave up. like I
I
don't think
I agree.
I don't think they're as adventurous as we are now.
No.
I think
Yeah.
we have a little bit more in us to do more. And I want to do that, man. Because I remembering my parents in their mid 30s. They look tired, man.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
look tired. They look tired, and I know. I think I could do better. I could do better.
I think that's probably due to the fact that like now you could literally have a job in just about anything, and before it was like you couldn't get a job doing what you're doing now, right? You couldn't make
Hmm.
money doing this.
Online, yeah.
You couldn't make money doing a ton of things, and now there's so much outlets like for
Hmm.
content or just people creating just like inventing something even or just there's so many more ways to make money now. Like
Hmm. I
before
know.
it was
I have friends.
super limited.
I have friends that straight up do feet pics. She pays her rent
Yeah.
off of her feet pics.
Yeah,
That's
there's
it.
some people that do that. There's some
Great.
people that
More power to her, man. Fuck
yeah,
yes. Fuck yeah.
right? And it's like what does she care if someone sees her feet? Like what I don't understand people are like, "Oh, I would never do that." And I'm like, "What? Take a picture of your foot and someone likes it and they pay you money for it? Sign
Yeah.
me up for that. I will right?
Yeah.
Sign me up for that shit."
Yeah, man. Shit.
Yeah, there's so many outlets now to actually make a good
Hmm.
living. So,
That's why a lot of people aren't returning back to their jobs. And
mhm,
then people are like, "Oh, why is this? What the fuck?" It's because
mhm.
they're able to sustain themselves not doing that shitty job.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, why would they go back to it?
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. There's a website online. It's called ePal, and it's a website for gamers to hook up with other gamers. So it's for example, if I had an ePal account, which I kind of want one, it has a picture of me and my profile and all the games I play. And if you want me to play with you, you have to like pay me by the hour or something.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's called ePal. It's ePal, and if you want someone to play with, you come on here and get all these
That's pretty
professional
awesome.
people. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
It's almost like it's like Cameo. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind of like
yeah.
Cameo.
Or Fiverr. You ever heard of Fiverr?
No, which one's that?
Fiverr is you pay people to do something for you, and then you pay them $5. It could be anything. It could be like,
Nice.
hey, help me set up this website. No problem. We look up this guy. It's like, oh, I can help people set up the websites. Play games with me. Teach me how to play Fortnite. You know, um, help me design the business card. You
Oh
know, and
shit.
then it's just some random task people will offer to do with their skills that they have. So they fill out like a profile and all the skills they have. Like, oh, I have skills in website design. I have skills in programming. I can paint. You know, I could draw. You know, so someone would be like, oh, I need some overlays or emotes to be made for my Twitch. You know, and the guy's like, oh, I'll do that for on Fiverr. So yeah,
That's pretty fucking awesome.
yeah. It's legit. I've legit. There's all these websites now where you can just give services and they'll pay you.
Right, like I got 5 on it.
Yep, that's exactly what it
That's
is.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I found out about websites like this because there are YouTubers that would hire these people and then troll them. Like there was this guy who was like really good at playing this game, so he hired someone to teach him how to play the game, but then he's like already better than that person teaching him, you know? Yeah. Shit like that. Shit like that, you know? Yeah.
Dude, that's a good troll.
Yeah. And they're all
So
like,
good.
oh, this is what I can get off of Fiverr. This is what $5 can buy you. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
Hmm.
hilarious. Oh, okay. Let's jump into one more topic. But it's more like you have a story or like a life experience that kind of turns you into the person that you are today.
Gee golly.
The M3llo Mike we all know and love.
Gee golly. Gee golly. Um, I can't say it's like one defining moment, you know,
Oh yeah, but like
that would
maybe like a
but
turning point or something like like that, you know.
um let's see. Um let's see. Travel would definitely be one of them because like I found myself to be very fortunate to grow up in California because it's very diverse here. You get like an idea of what a lot of people are, you know? Like in the army, I met people that were from the South, and they straight up never met a black person before in their entire life, and here they are, grown men in the military, never met a black person in their entire life.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, so I would say definitely travel is one of them. You know, you need to see the world and how it works, right? And in the army was when I found out that not the entire rest of America is not as liberal as California. You know, like they're much more conservative, they're much more religious, they're much more yeah. So I think growing up in Southern California, which is a melting pot of immigrants and everything like that, we I see everybody. I see all kinds of different types of colors and faces. But like traveling through the rest of America, I realize how much of a minority I really am, right? And not only in ethnicity, but also in thought, like like my chain of thinking and my everything. So that's definitely travel uh, uh, helped me see the world better. Um, College definitely because I met my mentor while studying psychology, and he definitely broke a lot of biases I had in my mind, right? Because like I would ask a question, and he'll be like, "Oh, like you asked that question that certain way because you already were biased to a certain answer, and that's so much, you know." how beneficial that question you were trying to, what you were trying to learn and everything like that. Like so. Yeah, I think college is pretty important in one aspect or another. I'm not saying everyone should be, getting their masters or anything like that. Some people should, but I think college definitely changed my like child mind to adult mind, right? So that's definitely one of them for sure. Um, and then all the other ones, they're not as life profounding, but they were definitely significant to me.
Okay.
Like protesting was one of them, right? You never really know like the feel and energy of like the people around you, about a certain problem until you do go to a protest and you realize, wow, a lot of these people are like me and they think like me, and then like these are all real problems could affect everyone. So protesting was a big part of my life as well, um,
Okay.
because I picked that up in college as well.
That
You
seems like
know.
usually where if you're kind of into that kind of thing, that's where it would develop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they teach you. Isn't that part of like college? Is they tell you to question everything,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
definitely a big part. That's definitely a big part of it. It really depends on where you go to school, but yeah, I've always been a skeptic though. So I think that's good. I think it is good to question everything.
Yeah, you should. I think everybody should do that and shouldn't just
Hmm.
blindly accept everything. You
Yeah, yeah,
should
yeah, yeah.
question it and then do the research, find out for yourself,
Hmm.
and then after you have a basic understanding, you can converse with someone and then talk it out. The problem is when people just blindly shut it out and they're like, no, it's this way and this way only.
Yeah, a lot of it is the primacy effect, and is people who tend to believe the first information they hear, or the
Oh,
last
yeah, yeah.
or the last most recent information they hear.
And that's like true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so like because I heard aliens are green 20 years ago, right? Because it's the first thing I ever heard,
Mhm.
I will now more likely to believe that all aliens are green. Like yeah, like oh, here's a good one in America. It's a very popular one. Um, the very popular statue of Buddha. He's like really big and round. He has the big floppy ears and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even Buddha.
No,
Not
it's
even
not.
Buddha. It's Bodai. It's Bodai, and he is like an enlightened figure that like Buddha and all that. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. But the Buddha, who's like from India and everything like that, he looks completely different. He has the beaded hat that goes up like
Yeah.
this. He's like thinner.
I was gonna say, isn't he thin? I was gonna say he's
Yeah,
he's
he's
like
definitely
thin,
thin.
not
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a prince. You know, like like if you mention that, I swear to God, if you go to any bar right now, right, if you tell any like generic American, I'm not gonna say like every fucking American, but any generic
Oh yeah,
American,
I know what you mean.
and
Yeah, I know what you
you
mean.
tell them, hey, this is not Buddha. They're like, what you fucking talking about? Everyone calls that Buddha for my entire life, and the entire time I've
Mhm,
ever had been alive, that's been Buddha.
mhm.
That's because that's the first thing they heard, and they never heard anything ever otherwise, and then
Yeah,
they
and
stick to it. Yeah.
it's basically been ingrained in pop culture too, like
Hmm.
that it's
Hmm.
that's Buddha. They make
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Or even pronunciations of things too. Like there is no Peking. Peking, China. It's Beijing. It's just that during the time of you know all the Chinese immigration, and all that stuff, and or trading, they pronounced it wrong, and then they just stuck with it.
Yeah.
Even though that's not the actual name of the city in China, it's been labeled as that because people have misinterpreted it for years. You know, and it just stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, some people think that Hong Kong and China are the same thing. So I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
so
Hmm.
that just also shows you how uninformed we are in America. So
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think there's a lot of biases in the world that can be countered with learning. So like travel the fucking world, man.
yeah. I think if you travel and you see the world from a different perspective, because like you'll definitely have a better appreciation for the other cultures and a better understanding of how things operate, not just like in America, but like in other nations. You know,
Hmm.
we're super spoiled here in America, and some
Hmm.
we have it good here, and some other countries don't. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like uh,
We
we
have
can
it
learn.
better. We have it better than like more than 50% of the world for sure.
Yeah, we're
But
definitely
it's not the
spoiled.
greatest place. It's not
It's
the
not the
greatest
greatest
place.
place. No, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We think it is, and we're always like, we're number one. It's like, I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
But I
You
mean,
know?
like, most Americans have food in their fridge. They have that kind of stuff. That, yeah, compared to other countries like say India or some shit, we're definitely doing better number wise. But like, yeah, majority of the world we're doing better than majority of the world. But it's not yeah, like the best.
Yeah, it's not
There's
also
still
just
problems. There's
yeah,
problems.
it's not
There's still
also not
problems.
about just like how much food you have in your fridge. Like, how well do we connect with people? And I feel like
Hmm.
in America, like I feel like we're starting to drift more apart and become more antisocial. And the pandemic is definitely not helping.
Hmm.
All this easy access to like even this like what we're doing. Like, I would much rather be doing this in person,
Hmm.
than anything. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we're going towards the direction of Japan, right?
yeah,
Where like in like in Japan, people are getting married less and less and less,
they're
right? Or
having
they're
less
having kids.
children there. They're
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 having
having
less
less
children,
kids there.
less less.
Yeah.
America is slowly becoming that,
Hmm.
and if you look at all the other trends, like I remember 20 years ago, right? Japan and Korea, they were having people play video games, and then people online would just watch them play video games, right? And then America was like, what stupid shit is this? And then 10 years later, America picked up on it,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then when America picked up on it, there was this weird thing going out in Korea and Japan. You know what they were doing? They
Hmm.
were eating in front of webcams, and people were just
Oh
watching them in
yeah.
front,
I actually
right?
remember seeing that before.
And America was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is so weird. And you know what happened 10 years later? Mukbang and ASMR became a thing, and all that shit like that. We're slowly becoming the fucking Asians.
Yeah. Slowly
We're
but surely.
Yeah, yeah, like they're all Japan, like they're slowly turning us all into weebs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all not getting married, we're not having kids, we're all fucking like, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, it's gonna become like that. It's gonna become like that.
It is, man. It's kind of sad.
Hmm.
Well, on the topic of weaves, have you watched any new anime lately?
Uh, hold up. What was I watching?
I don't get a lot of chances to talk about anime with
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah. I
guests.
know. I watched a couple of things, but I didn't finish it. Like I started, Jujutsu Kaisen. Um,
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen? That's
yeah, yeah,
pretty
Jujutsu
good.
Kaisen.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer. I watched a
Did
little
you
bit
watch
of
the
that.
movie?
Demon Slayer? No, not yet, not yet. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I heard people cried and shit.
Um, it's pretty okay.
Yeah, I heard people cried
I
and
love
shit.
the series.
Uh huh.
The movie's like it's not I'm not holding it in high regards, but it does get really intense at the end and sad.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was like, fuck, people burst out crying and shit. I was like, fuck, okay.
It's actually a little slow in the beginning and kind
Hmm.
of more like the anime where it's like the demon slayers are just incredibly
Build
powerful.
up.
Yeah, but the ending is fucking so worth the slow build.
You know what I really liked was, recently that I watched and I binged the shit out of it, was Invincible.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that.
Oh my
I've been
god!
meaning to watch that.
I like, okay, like I've already heard people talk about it, and they're like, "Oh, it's so brutal." Blah, blah. Like, yeah, the violence I get, right? Like, it's gonna be super brutal. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
I just did not know how well written it was, and
That's what I hear. It's really well written.
and every voice actor in there is like a named person, like a very famous person,
A
like,
legitimate
yeah,
voice
like
actor.
like a no, a legitimate actor. Period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that, like, J.J. Simmons is the dad.
I
Um,
fucking love him
yeah, yeah.
so much.
Sandra Oh's the mom. Freaking, like, Ryan
Shit.
Reynolds is in there. Justin Roiland's in there. Fucking
Oh,
all
wow.
these comedians in there. Seth Rogen's in there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Freaking the entire Walking Dead cast, where the Guardians of the Globe, they're like the
Okay.
knockoff Justice
Yeah,
League,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the entire Walking Dead cast.
Dude, so
Yeah.
that it sounds like they actually did this like comic like series like show.
Mhm.
They did it justice, you
Mm,
know. So that's
absolutely.
good. That's
Yeah,
fucking really good.
they changed a couple things here and there, probably just to like make the story flow better, right? In a media television format as opposed to comic format. So a lot of people were like, and they modernized a couple of the issues and stuff like that. But I like the changes. I like what they did, right? Like, yeah, it was legit.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that so bad. I'm probably
Mhm.
gonna watch it soon. I have a vacation coming up, and I'll probably watch it then.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't watch it this week. There's also Modoc is also on Hulu, I think, right now.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
And fucking Patton Oswalt is Modoc. I'm so excited to watch
Oh
that.
yeah,
I'm like,
that's
what?
great. Oh
They
my
could
god.
not have picked a better person to do the voice.
I know. He's oh god, it's such a treat to have him voice nerdy shit. It's just perfect. Like it's fucking great.
Oh, it's fucking
Um,
phenomenal.
what I watched also recently, which I think you would love, is it's been 2 seasons and it got canceled, but HBO Max picked it up again for season 3. It's
Mhm.
called Warrior, and
Oh,
it's from the writings of Bruce Lee, and it's about the railroad like Chinese railroad
yeah,
workers.
I
Yeah, yeah,
saw
yeah.
like I think I saw like 2 or 3 episodes,
Oh
and
my god.
I'm gonna finish watching it.
Yeah, the one of the dudes in there is Scorpion. No, Sub Zero.
Mhm.
Right, he played the
He
new Sub
plays Scope.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then a couple other dudes in there too. Like there's one guy who was in Better Luck Tomorrow. He's in there.
Yeah, the fucking one of the main
EDC.
characters there, yeah.
You know, uh, we got EC Monkeys.
Sea
Extreme
Monkeys.
Monkeys. They're Asian dudes from Southern California. They do a lot of stunts and parkour stuff and martial arts in YouTube
I
back in
don't
the
know.
day.
Okay,
But
okay.
anyways, they're all every one of them. They're all stunt dudes. They're all stunt
They're
dudes in
all
that
in
show.
there.
Yeah, so like there's all these like Southern California Asian American actors in this. It's from the writings of Bruce Lee. It's like really good. And it's supposed to be a Asian Chinese centric show, right? But there's an Irish storyline in there about this Irish
Yeah,
mob
there's
that's
an
so
Irish
good.
mob.
It's so good. It's so good. Like hands down. Like I felt very invested in the Irish storyline, even though it was a Chinese fucking show. Like straight up, man. It's yeah. You're not gonna feel disappointed in that one, man. Give
Oh
that a
yeah,
shot.
I enjoyed the episodes I watched.
Hmm.
I just need to. It's hard for me to like just sit and just I can't always just sit and binge a whole show because I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. I gotta get up at 6, and I can't go to sleep at like 2 or 3.
Hmm. So
It takes me a
yeah,
while.
yeah. Um, I watched like I watched some of the hype anime too. Like I watched some Beastars. I watched some
Okay,
Promised Neverlands, where a bunch of kids are being raised in an orphanage to be eaten by aliens. You know.
nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched that really controversial one. That everyone's talking about because it was like really crazy. It was called a redo of the healer,
Oh,
right?
I haven't seen that, but I heard it
Holy
was
fuck,
very,
that's brutal.
very controversial. Yeah.
So brutal. Holy fuck. But then actually, it's like the first couple episodes are brutal. After that, it becomes like kind of goofy, you know.
Okay.
After that, it becomes really goofy. Like yeah, yeah. But what the fuck, man? Like some of these animes coming out right now, they're really fucking like they're pushing limits, like
I think they should. I really
yeah,
think they
sure,
should because like they went the opposite direction. So like anime, like when we were growing up, a lot of
yeah.
it
It was very
was
shocking. Yes,
super brutal and
yes,
shocking. And
yes.
I don't know, at some point it wasn't well received for that. And then they did like a
Yeah,
flip, you know? So I'm
no.
like,
So
yeah.
I think it was the time period because remember the '90s in Hollywood was the same thing. In the
Yeah.
'90s in Hollywood, every horror movie had to have a tit scene, or a shower scene, or
Yeah.
like or a sex scene, there has to be like yeah, there would always have to be some sort of like
Yeah,
sexual scene,
that was
you
like a
know.
formula that was built in the
Yeah, yeah,
80s.
yeah.
Yeah.
80s and 90s, there was
Yeah.
definitely a lot of that, and I feel like the anime were the same thing in the 80s and 90s. They were a lot sexier, and then like more mature, and then like yeah, in the 2000s they sway away from that a little bit,
Mm.
right, right, and then now they're trying to get more controversial again, like like they brought Berserk back for a TV series, you know?
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, like I don't think we would have ever gotten away with that. Like,
No.
no, shit's happening.
I want them to
Fuck.
finish so many animes so bad. It's so I understand like it continues in the manga, but like I like reading manga. I just don't have the time to, and I just want the anime adaptation.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I
Plus,
feel it.
it's nice to see. It's nice to have a visual.
Mhm.
Reading manga is like it's great.
Yeah, you get
And
you get
that's
soundtrack
that
and
it
everything. It's
you
just
get
it's good.
everything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I know. That's how I feel about how High School of the Dead. Oh my god, like it was. I thought it was so great, and then like they even teased season 2, and they never delivered. I'm like, oh man, so sad.
Yeah, there's a million like that for
Uh,
me that I fucking like. One of the ones that I was so happy they tried finishing up that they never did was Guyver. They brought it back for a
yes.
second season. I'm like,
Oh my
yes,
god.
and they're gonna finish it, and no, they fucked us again.
Yo, Guyver
They
live
left,
action reboot. Oh, Guyver live action reboot. Imagine, can you imagine? With
dude.
nowadays? Oh, with now
That would be so dope. Do you remember the
Oh my
movies like
god.
the
Yes,
with
that's what
the
I'm saying. Updated, but updated, you know
yeah?
what I'm saying?
Do you
But
remember the Guyver
yeah,
Zoanoid?
that was like some Power Ranger shit, you know? That was like Power Ranger shit.
It was like Power
Yeah,
Ranger
it was just
shit.
straight up Power Ranger shit, you know? Like, oh fuck, man. Yeah, can you imagine like nowadays though? Like,
That
holy
would be
shit.
fucking intense. Just give them
Oh
like
my
I don't
god.
know, they don't even need that much. I think they made those last movies with like a $50,000 budget. Give them a million. See what they can do.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Holy shit. No problem. I mean, if you're willing to take a chance on Mortal Kombat, I'm pretty sure you can take a chance on Guyver.
It's so
I'm
good.
pretty sure you
It
can take a chance
actually is
on Guyver.
really good. The storyline, if you follow the storyline, it's fucking good, dude. You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gotta stick
no.
with it. Just gotta stick with it.
Oh my god, I can only imagine. Oh man.
Dude, I went to Frank's not too long ago, and there's a fucking
Hmm.
booth there. They got like a quarter scale of uh the Guyver figure from Guyver 2 Dark Hero. So like that same style suit, and then also the Guyver Zoanoid. It looks so good, but it is ridiculously expensive. Like
Hmm.
I think like 3,000 plus, but it is like tip top. It's quarter scale, so it's massive. It's cool as shit.
Hmm.
It's fucking cool as shit. Have you been to Frank's?
Not since it moved.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I was when it was open. I was still playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hmm.
Right. But I stopped Yu-Gi-Oh because of the quarantine. Because
Yeah.
I was meeting with a couple of people on a weekly basis just to play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. You know.
Yeah.
Um, and so I hit up Frank's here and there just to check out what they got, and I check out the competition too, like that. I noticed what sucks about playing Yu-Gi-Oh at Frank's is that all the people there, they're meta players.
They
You
are
know,
very meta players.
they play with the meta decks. So I
Hmm.
come in there with my wind up deck, which is all fun and shit. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's just to fuck around, and it doesn't it isn't as well received, but
No.
but yeah, but online I feel like I have more fun than playing at Frank's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been there since, and I think they have like several actors and shit coming up, I believe.
Yeah. I know Post Malone was just there recently.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
Post
Post
Malone
Malone's
was just
there.
there. He
Yeah,
bought a
yeah.
bunch of Magic cards. He's gonna be on the new episode of Game Nights. That's why he was there. He was buying cards for Game
Hmm.
Nights.
Nice, nice.
Um, but yeah, they always have a bunch of actors that go. They go there for signings. But the new setup is really cool, and there's a lot of space. But the only problem is the parking situation is actually worse than the
It
previous
is,
one.
isn't it?
It's
I thought it was in the
worse.
mall. I thought it was in the mall or whatever.
It's in like a plaza,
Uh huh.
like a just a normal plaza, and they share a parking lot with Benihana.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's shitty, dude. And
Yeah.
like how before like Frank's was like it was like an industrial, right?
Well, there's like a warehouse. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's all industrial there, and you could park on the street and whatnot. You can't do that here. There's like no
Mhm.
other places like so you either park in the parking lot of that plaza
Or around
or
the corner somewhere.
and it's far. Like there's not
Yeah,
really any places to
that's
park
shit.
along the side of the street like the other
That's
place.
shit.
So it's like
Yeah.
at least the other place you could park far and then walk. It's like here you might not even find parking.
That's shit. Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
Huh.
But I actually like the location. That's the only downside. They need a parking structure, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. This has been really fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for being on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know, man. Do you only do podcasting now?
Um I want to get some Twitch going.
Yeah.
But I'm
Do
not
you have
sure what to
Steam?
play.
Do you have Steam?
Yeah, I got Steam.
Yeah, Steam. What games do you look at on Steam, or do you think that you would play,
I've
or you
already
have
bought
played?
I bought like 6 games and I haven't touched a single one.
Because I know you like the fighters, right?
Yeah.
Which you can do online,
Hmm.
right? Which you can do like online play of. I do you like the RPGs, but that's like more of a single player let's walk through, you know?
Hmm.
Like you do that, so you do like part one, part two, part three, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But like multiplayer games, it's where I'm at because, like I said, I have problems with not talking while on stream, so I
Hmm.
like to play with other people. So that
Yeah, that
way
helps too.
that
Yeah,
way
it
that way
helps.
there's always conversations talking. So if you ever want to pick up a multiplayer game, let me know. Like I said, I mostly play horror.
Hmm.
I play like some fast-paced ones like Dead by Daylight, and I play some slow-paced ones like Phasmophobia. You know,
Okay.
yeah, and I play I play a lot of games, man. But if you ever want to check it out, and fuck it, if you ever just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh or chess or whatever online, we can just do that too.
I'll definitely hit you up. I built a limited deck because I'm supposed to play with a friend for
Mhm.
for Magic. So I haven't had a limited deck in forever. Like
Mhm. Mhm.
I kind of started playing Magic again, and then I jumped right into Commander, and I took all of my 60 card decks apart, and I only have Commander decks now. And so
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
and so he was like, "Oh yeah, I play Magic." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like, "What do you play?" He's like, "Oh, I just play 60 cards." I don't have any of those
Not
60
anymore.
card decks
Yeah.
anymore. So
Not anymore. Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to build one, and I haven't had a chance to play with them yet, and it's just been sitting on my dresser.
Yeah. Everyone I've been talking to has switched over to Commander. They all straight up do Commander
It's
now. Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed out I didn't switch sooner. Like I enjoy it because the games are I like I like playing card games. Big surprise. And I like playing complicated card games, and those card game the board state gets absolutely bonkers. Like it
Mhm.
it gets nutty. Like you can have one guy will have two things, another guy will have 5,000 things on the field. Like it gets super intense, and then you can get all crazy combo tastic with it. Like I tap this, tap that, untaps this. This deals 17 damage to you, 17 damage to you, 17 damage to you. You guys are all dead, and I win. Like it gets intense,
Mhm.
gets intense. Some good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man, I miss doing all those things too. It's just fuck, man. Like after I Twitch, I have to edit my videos, right? So I
Hmm.
haven't even been doing that. I need to highlight certain things, otherwise they'll disappear. Because after 2 weeks, your videos just disappear.
You got to
So
save
if
them.
yeah, if you don't highlight them, if you don't do anything with them, or don't clip them, they'll disappear. So I gotta remember doing that because I got some really good. Hey, what is this just chat about? Oh, so I am on George's podcast, which is called "That's My Story." This is just my perspective of it because I'm rebroadcasting it on my Twitch as live as we're doing it. But then if you want to check it out, you upload on the YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm uploading it on YouTube. It'll
Cool, cool,
be
cool.
it'll be on the That's My Story channel, and also
Yep.
it'll upload to Pajosh Studios on YouTube.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Okay, yeah. So be sure to check that out, Nadine, because I got some people on chat asking me right now,
oh, okay.
what is this that
I'll
we're
send
doing?
I'll send you the link directly to
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
so
So
you can
check it out.
chat.
Yeah, this is that's my story. It's in the little it's in right there that little corner right there. That's my story, and then yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Fuck it. Look, so apparently all my friends, every fucking one of them are either all fucking Twitch streamers now, or doing some weird podcast now, or doing some weird live shit right now. Like every fucking person I know.
I mean, this is kind of where it's at. I enjoy, I love like doing podcasting and stuff, and this has actually been a new experience. Like I said, like it's different. Like if you do one on one, even though like I've known you forever, and even
Mhm.
doing this is still it's still like riveting and fun, you know. So I'm really enjoying the one on one aspect.
Mhm.
You know, I'm really hoping that this kind of takes off.
Oh shoot, I would really like to have you on my stream one day, and we'll do some fucking role play gaming.
Dude, I am
You know
so
what I'm saying?
so
We'll
down.
just
You
we do
know,
some gaming where we
yeah.
just voice act the characters we're currently doing. You know what I'm saying like that?
Oh, it's funny
Like
you
that'll be
bring up
right.
it's funny you bring up voice acting because I actually found a clip. It's not of like you and me, but it's actually of me and Anson. We were just fucking around one day for
Uh huh.
fun.
Uh huh.
Actually, not too long ago. So I'm gonna put it up right now.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Hell yeah.
Hey, look, I'm talking about dubbing. Some good old fashioned improvisation. You know, none of the scripted shit. We can do this shit right here, right now, on Zoom.
I haven't done this for years. You think I can do this now at this age?
Yeah, I fucking think you can. So stop being a little bitch about it and let's make this shit happen. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm fucking tired of your shit. We need dub.
Okay, I'll do it. I will do the dub. I'll do it. I'm rusty, like a rusty dick.
Yeah, just like your dick.
That's rich.
Oh man, I miss that shit. I want to do this thing.
Oh yeah, we're just fucking around for.
Maybe instead of recording this shit, maybe we just do this shit live one day.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah,
I'm down to
yeah.
do
Let's
that.
do like a live voiceover one day. We just jump on fucking stream and then just fucking do this shit live.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, man.
I miss doing that so much because like we would like do
Oh my
that.
god.
We would do
I
that
want to do
so
cartoons though.
frequently.
I want to do cartoons
Oh
though. I
yeah,
want to do
definitely.
cartoons. I
Definitely.
think
We
that'd be
just thought
fun.
he just wanted to do he wanted to do a soap opera one because one of his favorite sketches was the "No fool, it's yellow," and the guy
The
was
shirt, right?
wearing
The
the
shirt. I was
shirt.
like, hello, my shirt, yellow shirt. Yeah. He was like, what is green? He was like, no, man, it's yellow. I was like, the
No
fuck you
fool.
talking about? What are we talking about? Yes, I remember that. I remember that. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
we used to dub anime and like mainly it was mainly anime we would dub like
It
just for
started as
fun.
anime. Yeah, it started as anime.
Yeah. It's funny we know we should have pursued that. Like that was really fun. We had so much fun doing that. Jesse was our master craftsman of making sword sounds.
Yes, I know. God damn it. There, I think I was the soundtrack guy, right? Yeah,
Yeah, you did the soundtrack.
I think I put
Anson ran the tech.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god,
Yeah.
like yeah. Fuck, let's do it. Let's just pick a fucking day where we could just like
I'm so down. I think
yeah,
we should just yeah, let's
we'll
just
just
pick
share
a
yeah,
yeah, we
we'll
should
just
just pick
share
a
our
day.
we'll just jump on here, we'll share our screen and then record that as we're fucking doing it live. You know, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That'd be down. I'd be so down for that.
Hmm.
Do you want to get the other two in it too? Or you want to just
Yeah, yeah, why not? Why
I'll
not?
hit them up and then we'll work that out. That'll
Yeah,
be
man,
fun.
we could do something easy. We do something short, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, even if we do like an episode or something, that's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's nothing. Hell yeah.
That's not that hard at all.
Mhm.
What days do you think would work for you?
So I work every other weekend,
Uh-huh.
right? So gosh, whenever I'm not working, I'll be just fine. So I work every other weekend. So this weekend I had off. So next weekend I'm gonna be on. I
Mhm.
work, and then the week after that, you know. But during the weekday, anytime during the weekday, I'm probably most likely be free too. So
Okay.
yeah, if you ever want to hook up during the weekday, sure, no problem.
I think my best days for doing that either Monday or Wednesday because those are my lightest days of the week.
Okay, so all right, Monday or Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be this Monday because I work this Monday,
Mhm.
but next Monday I don't work, and then so on and so forth, on off, on off, on off. Right.
Okay.
And as for Wednesdays, as long as we do it before 8 p.m., I'm down because 8 p.m. is when I usually film my Among Us, stream my Among Us games.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We played modded, so it's like a pretty unique experience as opposed to just
As
playing it
opposed to
normal.
just normal, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see. Yeah, but you have a Steam. If you ever fuck, I don't know what games we share that we could jump on together. But if not, you can just be a backseat gamer. That'll be cool too.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Maybe I should just play old school games.
I'm down with that. You want to do something real old?
I'm thinking
Well,
like I'm thinking like
something
fucking.
something we used to have a lot of fucking fun with, like some Tenchu, man.
I was literally just about to say Tenchu.
Can you imagine getting Jesse on here for some fucking Tenchu? Like, holy fuck, man.
Dude, Jesse was the fucking Tenchu king.
He spent so much. He spent so many hours on there. He found every fucking bug. You know, like we call it like he found one bug, right? He's like, okay, to activate this bug, after you defeat this guy, run around in a circle while pushing B. I'm like, what? He's like, just do it, and then it fucking activates this fucking crazy bug, and I'm like, how the fuck did you like figure that out? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then like for the cutscenes, he figured out the placement where everybody would be, and he would go set up
Like
mines.
bombs, yeah. Oh, I love
So they
that.
run through they running through the sequence, and they're just like blowing up.
I love that. Yes, I know. I love that so much.
Even the Onikage flips. He flips 4 times, and he would put it perfectly in each spot.
On the rooftop when he would escape, right? Yeah. Oh my god. Like the amount of trial and error over and over and over. Like,
oh
my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Yeah, I cannot imagine.
That would be great.
Yeah. Shit like that, man. Shit like that. But I have a lot of like multiplayer games that anybody can pick up easily too, you know? So don't be afraid. Do that shit. And then
Yeah, I'm down for some. I love multiplayer games too. Yeah, I definitely want to play maybe like on a throwback day, like old games like that. I want to play Einhander. It's not a very popular PlayStation 1 game, but it's definitely one of my favorites. It is, in my opinion, probably one of the best side-scrolling games ever.
we should find like a short game that we could beat in one sitting, you know? And like just go through it. Just go straight up, go through it, you know, together as a group.
Oh, definitely. That sounds good. All right. Well, I'm your host, George Lugo.
And I am M3llo Mike. Be sure to check me out on mellotopia.ttv, spelled with 3 instead of an E. And that's my story.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.